Hello, good morning everyone. A couple of days ago, I asked a specific question uh, in the group Complete Repertory Clinical Cases and in the page Complete Dynamics. The question specifically was for those using Complete Dynamics Master Edition, what would be the result if the remedy abbreviation is typed and then followed by exclamatory mark and any number. I have given an example of pulse, that is abbreviation for pulsatilla, and then an exclamatory mark and 5, that is one question. And what would come when pulse dot uh, this exclamatory mark and particular number, and say in this case that I have asked 5 and percentage, or say pulsatilla exclamatory mark and 10 a percentage is written in the find field. What would that result? That was the question that I have asked for. So I would like to explain it in a stepwise manner today. Hope so it's useful. So first let's go to the program Complete Dynamics, and in the find field, that is in the Complete Dynamics Master Edition. So I would like you people to notice two things while I'm making a search in two places, or whenever I make a search in one place, it is also reflected on the other place. This is a find field wherein lots of parameters with the set parameters are given. It is for the master edition that you would see all these options, but not for the practitioner and the browser edition. That would be a limited one. So in this, here one can search, but mostly while working on cases, it's not where here that I do all those things. I do it here in the find field. So that's where these formulas come into play and are most useful. So let's say I'm typing here pulse dot to find out all the remedies, that is all the rubrics that are covered by pulsatilla. This is the search that I do. While I had been typing here, you could also have noticed that this pulsatilla has appeared in this field remedies, and these parameters are all preset already. So there are around about 22,186 rubrics present in this. So that's how we do a search, and while we search here, it also follows certain rules and is reflected elsewhere, which is here. So if I am doing a fine leisurely search, I could write it here pulsatilla, or let's say arsenic alb, for which this is the abbreviation, and the result follows. You could see it appeared here. I have typed here, but also it appears here. Well, fine and good, and in fact great. So this is the first thing. Let us go back to the other aspect of it. I'll go into the book module. Now this is the original layout of the repertory or in Complete Dynamics, and you could see this is the particular rubric, mind alternating states. The remedies are listed in alphabetical order. Abrotanum, absinthe, acetic acid, aconite, all are there in the alphabetical order. And now I'm going to switch into a particular keys on the laptop, on the keyboard. This changes into something different, wherein the remedies are not in alphabetical order, but in a different order. And if you could see, ozone comes first. But why it has appeared is because when you go into the remedy details, you would see ozone is the remedy that is ranked first among all the 442 remedies present in this rubric. So that's why it appears first. Let's go to ranunculus bulbosus. If you see this, you could see this is also a 4th rank remedy with lots of references, but it is ranked 6th out of all the 442 other remedies present in the complete repertory. So this is the order in which it appears according to its importance. It could be done by two ways. The first way is to go to view, and you could see here remedies, show the remedies, also sort out on importance. When you remove this, what happens is it appears in the alphabetical order, which is a conventional method to be presenting, that is present in all the repertories from the good old Kent Bonninghausen to the current editions of modern repertories that we have, say complete repertory or synthesis that we see in radar program or some other repertories, maybe Murphy. I have not used it, so I couldn't exactly say how it is, how the layout is, but usually in the order. So we could check this option of seeing the remedies in a particular rubric according to their importance by clicking this, and it is available in all the versions of the complete dynamics. Even in the browser version you could do, I think, and in the practitioner version it is available, and in complete dynamics it's obviously and in the master edition it's obviously available. So the other way to do is hold the shift key and the space button. When both are simultaneously pressed, shift as well as the space bar, you could see this. That is a shortcut, keyboard shortcut for it, which is not mentioned here. Like we have shortcuts here for other things, the same for here. It's not mentioned here, but the thing is, if you simultaneously press the shift and the space button on a Macintosh, that is Apple computer, you would find it. But it's the same for Windows also. That's one thing of one particular aspect of it. So when we find it in the order of importance, we could think over whether, let us say we are in an ambiguity. We have chosen a particular rubric. Let us say we'll go to something like a broader section in the abdomen. We go and we'll search for a particular rubric. Let's go through the book view itself, and let us select this one, abdomen pressure aggravation. There are around 116 remedies over here in this. So we are in a confusion whether to give Carbovec or China for a particular person. So all the other things have matched, both are equally cropping up in our representation. So what else could be done here is just trying to check which one has more prominence, if that is the way. China, if you see, is in the second place, whereas Carbovec, it is somewhere else according to the importance. If you could see, the importance to it is it's ranked 28, whereas China is ranked second, and it's visible and we can see it. That's the thing. So it helps us in that way. So somewhere we would always like to study about remedies and what are all the symptoms that it covers. Or simply when let's take the case study, type study of China here. We have selected China, that is Chincona officinalis. So what happens is we are clicking over it, and all the remedies are cropping up here, and the search is still going on. What has it resulted in is it has resulted in 15,141 rubrics. So we won't be able to read all these things. We can choose another strategy of let us say we'll see only the high grade remedies. That is one aspect of it. So when we choose to see this one, what happens is it shows only where the remedy has China is indicated with the score that is, it is graded above 4. So this could be done like this by selecting over here, or we have another way of doing it, that is doing it here, type 4. So what happened here is it shows all the remedies, all the rubrics where China is present and where it is high graded, that is 4 grades. If you could see here, what has appeared is there is this asterisk, a star, and then the 4. So it will show those rubrics. This is what I have asked a couple of days ago. So that's one aspect of it. Let's not deviate. We'll come to that later in another video. Let us go back to the current question here that we have asked for. We want to study rubrics related to China, that is Cincona officinalis. But we also want to see in China, in particular rubrics, where it is more important or more prominent. There is a way to do it. Let us say, watch this place as well as this place, what I am trying to do. Here I would change it to, this one maximum ranking is 9,999. That's the default value. I'll change it to 5. So what happened here is it will see that it will show Cincona and all the rubrics under which Cincona is present, but also that in all those rubrics that is present, it would not show if it is in a rank somewhere in the 20th position or 15th position somewhere, but it would show only where it is either 5th or prior to it is that is it's in the first place, first among the first ranking remedies in that rubric, or the second ranking remedy, the third, so on. So below 5. So if you could see here mind atom, there are 14 remedies and China is there. If we click and see, what happens is that Cincona is the 4th ranking remedy here. That is the rank 4. Let's go back. What else could we see? Let's check with the other rubric that are present, the same thing. It will take a while for it to load. So let's go to some of the rubrics. Let's say here anxiety, sleep preventing. Here if we could see, again this is the first ranking remedy, rank 1 out of the 31 remedies present in this rubric. Similarly, if we could go to another one, slightly bigger, that is chaotic, mind chaotic. Let's see where it is. This is again here rank 1, and mind closing the eyes aggravation is the 4th ranking remedy in this rubric. So that's how it goes. And there is another one here. There are only 5 remedies are present in this rubric. Let's see what the rank is. It's the rank 3. So similarly, there would be other rubrics wherein it could be either 5th ranking remedy or 4th ranking, so on and so forth. So this obviously helps us in reading certain rubrics where it is more important. So it helps in a way to understand the most confirmed symptoms of a particular drug. Here, in this case, we are doing with Cincona. We could also do a comparative study using it. Let's try. I have never tried it. We'll see Cincona as well as the other one, Comparative. Is it possible to see those rubrics where Cincona and Comparative appear among the first 5 ranking remedies? And could it be possible in the sense? Searching, yeah, it's possible. What has happened here is it will show both Comparative and Cincona. If you want both to be present, what happened earlier was it would show both Comparative and Cincona individually also, and those rubrics where it is present together. For example, here we could see Comparative and Cincona. Here we could see only Cincona present here. So we could do this. We'll put a plus mark. So it will show only those rubrics where both these are present. So now let's switch over to this thing. 5. You could now see whatever I'm typing here, it changes these parameters here. So that's how it is. But then what searching here is not a prerogative when we do it for our case searches, or while we are working on a case, a patient is waiting for us to prescribe. So for a quick review, this is very helpful, and now you can see the things loading up. So now it's like it shows um, places where cinchona and carbovage are present in the first 5 ranking remedies of that rubric. So here we see, let's see the fancies lascivious rubric. If we see carbovage, since this is search is going on, it takes a while for loading. But anyhow, here see this one. Carbovage is the first ranking remedy in fancies lascivious. And let's look at cinchona. It should be within 5. So the rank here is the second ranking remedy over here. So we can see earlier we saw this rubric, mind closing eyes aggravation. Let's see where carbovage is present. Carbovage is the rank 3 among the 80 remedies present in this rubric. So that's how it helps in watching over and finding the remedies. So this is the second part of it. There is again the third part to it. Let's select only one remedy. We'll see this. And what we'll do is, there is a particular field here, rank percent ease. So what I'll do is, I'll make sure we'll search for carbovage, and now as of now what you can see is all those rubrics where carbovage appears according to the importance or ranking in a rubric where it is within first 5 ranking remedies. So let us mark this one, rank percentage. So when I mark it here, you could also see this one appearing over here. So now what it shows is entirely different from what you have seen earlier. Now it will show those rubrics wherein it is among the first 5% of remedies. Let us say there is a large rubric, for example this one, afternoon aggravation. There are 266 remedies. So in this, carbovage could be either in the first 5 ranking remedies. Is it so? No, it can be a 20th rubric, 20th remedy according to its importance in that rubric, that is ranking 20th ranking remedy, or even more. Or for example here, that is among 266, 5% of it is somewhere around or 15 number. So let's see if it is among first 5 ranking ones or no. Now you could see carbovage is in the first 5%. This particular rubric, mind afternoon aggravation, you could see that carbovage is in the 12th place, but it is appearing in the first 5 ranking places. So that's another nice feature that is available for us. Similarly, let us see for this one, morning aggravation rising on, carbovage is in the rank 3rd position. So it falls under first 5. So here there is a particular one, concentration very difficult. If we see what is the rank is 19, because there are 541, so 10% translates to somewhere around 50 and 5% somewhere in between 25. So it will show this one. So that's another interesting feature of it, another way of studying large rubrics wherein the relative importance of a remedy could be understood. So that's again a good feature of it. Let us change it to 10%. There will be furthermore rubrics appearing in it. So now we could see earlier it was morning aggravation rising on, that was there. Now these things have cropped up, alternating state mental with emotional, morning aggravation, all these things. So let's look into this one. what has happened is, yeah, since the rubric size here is mind alternating mind morning aggravation, there are 436 rubrics. So translating it to 10% is, it will show remedies wherein even if Carbovich is 43rd ranking remedy, it would be shown. That is how we see the relative importance of it. So it helps us in studying a case, or we have worked up a case and we are not sure whether the remedy is the right one or not, since it is somewhere behind in the 10th place or 15th place, somewhere like that. So we could still study this and we could see, confirm all those things. We could still type, there is another, let us add another field to it. We'll see only those rubrics where we could see Carbovich, and in rubrics where we could see it among the first 10% of the ranking remedies. Let us go to a section. We'll select female. Yeah, so the results are up here. There are 49 rubrics wherein it appears in the first 10% of the first 10% among these rubrics, or let us say whatever remedies are present at the heat one, wherein there are 101 remedies. And let's see what is the rank. It's ranked third ranking one. We could see here pain, burning, smarting, where are 214 remedies. There it is a 13th ranking remedy. So we could see if it is in the first 10%, and it would help. If we would remove all these things, what happens is we would get all the rubrics where Carbovich is present without any restrictions to the grading. As you can see here now, minimum grade is 1 and maximum rank is 9,999. So all these would appear. That is 302 rubrics are present in this particular section pertaining to Carbovich. So that's how it is. We'll do it. Let us see for first 6. Let us, in the female section, whichever rubrics are covered by Carbovich, and that too wherein it is either 6th ranking one or much prior to it, or like it is could be the first ranking, 2nd ranking, so on and so forth. So there are again 93 rubrics over here. If we change it to the percentage, first 6%, if we want to see first 6%, or let's say first 5%, or maybe we can say first 3% also, which is very meager sum, but anyhow we'll try it. So there are 34. That makes the difference. So this is what I was trying to mention, and thank you all for watching. If you have any further queries, please call, and forgive my language. It could be sometimes confusing to follow my language. Anyhow, you could ask in the comment section so that I can help you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.